Don't let go. What? Whoa, Sarah. You got a really, really long neck. 吃我吗？亲爱的台湾。嗨，大家好，我是老外爸爸 Steven。
嗨，我是季芳。我的姐姐姐夫从加州来看我们，佩佩和明宏。
我们今天是自学的户外教学，我们来到奥勒冈州的科学和工业博物馆，包括潜水艇，还有一个超级酷的特展，敬请期待。OK, you guys ready? Let's go. 先加多点水，对，加水。We're up to the black lines. Wow, that was high. Good job, Elizabeth. High five. Sophia, 加油，加油！转转转。
我要坚持在这里。我要接到这里降下来。
哇，上去了。Whoa. Whoa.
What is this?
There's a ball inside somewhere. Oh, there it is. Then you can see a lot of...
Oh, so all the angles turn into a ball.
Yeah.
It has one ball.
One ball, and then a lot of mirrors. Fractal mirror box. 把纸放在上面，然后夹住好了。然后你要先动一动这个部分 ，and then put down the pen when you're ready. Wow. Bethany 怎么样？Yeah. Wow. Nice. Tingly. Don't let go. What? Hey. Did you feel anything?
Yeah, my hair is like this.
Wow. Okay, go ahead and pick up the plates. Yeah. Good job, girls. Thank you. Yo, Elizabeth, good job. Joanna, yo, good job. Bethany, 有没有感觉？还是没有？没有，是玻璃的。我很高。Wow, Elizabeth, you're so long. Whoa, Sarah, you got a really, really long neck. No. Short family, short and stout. So nice. 它是有风还是转的而已？用按钮让它转，然后要增加它的转动速度，这样它就会在上面不会倒下来。哦 ，OK。Olivia， 你会吗？哇 Joanna, Elizabeth, so cool. 昨天佩佩阿姨 Bethany 和 Joanna 有预备我们的午餐，简单的吃一下。等一下我们去参观潜水艇。如果你有看过《Hunt for Red October》的这部电影的话，那个潜水艇就是在 Oregon 的 OMSI 这边。你们预备什么午餐？
我们昨天晚上预备三明治，但发现我们没有面包了，所以我们就用春卷皮。
春卷皮哈。
对，然后因为我们不想要把那个 tomato 那个番茄放进去，因为会太湿，所以我们就等一下一人发一颗。
春卷皮还有什么呢？
还有起司和火腿，还有菜。
OK。Sophia 喜欢吗？好吃的。Nice. Hi Sarah. Hi. 今天开心吗？你有看到很多很酷的东西，对不对 ？Nice.
看过这个恐龙。
你有看恐龙吗？在哪里？
用这样，而且要
要吃尾巴。
吃我吗？希望不会哦，我会跑掉，好不好？ It's raining in Portland. 亲爱的，有没有很冷？
蛮冷的，在里面有暖气就很暖了，出来就突然醒过来。
好 ，Sophia，要进去潜水艇好不好？在那里。
你要去哪里？游泳。
牛牛吗？Canadian goose.
Canadian goose.
我插个话题一下，好消息是我们最近有一些新的产品，有一些漂亮的、很适合在春天穿的一些蛋糕裙。然后真的在研发一个完全新的设计，这几个月会放上去网站上面。所以你可以到 metzalife.com。除了裙子之外，我们有全新的307，还有花莲的茶，还有新的包装，真的很漂亮。这些茶是很健康的、好喝的，所以可以去网站上面购买。然后 Joanna 有一些手工的耳环，她也很认真在家里组装一些耳环，希望你们喜欢。除了这个之外，还有一些围巾可以绑头的，还有脖子的一些围巾，真的很漂亮。棉是日本的棉，品质非常好。请到 metzalife.com 去购买，谢谢你的支持。
Welcome to the USS Blueback. Blueback was commissioned in 1959. It was in service until 1990. It came to OMSI on loan from the Navy in 1994, and they do come aboard every now and then to make sure that we're taking good care of it. And as you can see, you're on it. They haven't taken it back from us, so we're probably doing all right. Submarines in this little window right here. That represents the USS Holland. Holland was the first submarine commissioned by the Navy. It was commissioned in 1900, had a crew of 6, and was 54 feet long. Just below it represents a school bus. The biggest boat ever built was the Soviet Typhoon-class submarine, which was only a couple feet longer than our boomer, but it was over twice as wide. You could actually take 2 of ours and put it inside one of these. This thing would weigh as much as the Titanic. They give you a good idea where. Has anybody here ever seen or heard of the movie Hunt for Red October? Yes. That's her right there. And speaking of that movie, this boat you're on right now was featured in it. I'm just going to give you one piece of advice: don't blink your eyes. That scene's up there about 4.5 seconds, but we were in that movie. We're also featured in the original TV series Hawaii Five-0 back in 1968. The boat was initially stationed in Pearl Harbor. It was a natural to be on that TV show. And when we go into the next space, I'm going to explain how the U.S. Navy, we call ours the Dolphins. You're going to hear me refer to the Dolphins throughout this tour. This is a bigger version of ours right here. Are you one of them? Go ahead and have a seat right here. Welcome to the control room or main control. This would be the nerve center of the boat. At any one time, there would be 10 adult men in this space, and at general quarters or other emergencies, there could be 16 or more. They had to know what it was and how it operated, and they had about a year to learn that. Everybody had to know everybody else's job. And if they could do that in a year and pass all the exams, then they got to pin on the Dolphins and become part of the crew. If they couldn't do it in a year, then they were excused from the submarine service and got to complete their Navy obligation on a surface ship. So this is what we call rig for red. And keep in mind, when you're on a submarine underwater for a couple months or more at a time and not see the sun, it is very easy to lose track of whether it's nighttime or daytime out. So at least when you came in this space, you see the red lights are on, you knew it was nighttime. Secondly, even if they're at periscope depth, the white light can penetrate the optics of the periscopes and turn them into a couple big flashlights up there. So that didn't work either. So like I said, red light doesn't transfer or travel like white light. You can see in it, you just can't see it, especially at a distance.
Good job, Sophia. Wow, girls. These are real torpedoes.
What's torpedoes?
It's like an underwater rocket. Whoa. War shot loaded.
You might wonder why anybody would want to sleep down here with room significantly cooler than any other space on the boat, and that was to minimize any potential for accidents with the ordnance itself. It's got a 650-pound warhead on it, so the first thing that is probably going to happen is a big hole. And then the stress and the impact of it dropping back down would buckle it and then break it at the keel, just like in the picture that's on the side of it there. So you got a big hole, you got a broken keel, it is almost certainly going to sink. For sure they might want to test one on us. That hole that you see above the exit sign right there, that is actually the front door to this submarine. You know, you have a front and back door to your house or your apartment. This is the front door of this boat. Sell them supplies, and in this case, torpedoes were brought on. Right, folks, thanks to Adeline here, that was the sound of one of these babies being fired. That last noise you hear often gets confused as us hitting the target, when in fact it's just the sound of the water rushing back into the tube. If you could hear it hit the target, you're way too close.
Adeline 有没有看过 Hunter Red October？
有，然后再来参观这个潜水艇，就又想要再看。
看一次哈。
All right, folks, we are now in the crew's quarters. This would be where the 77 enlisted men lived. You'll find there's not 77, there's only 66, so guess what was going on down? You would call it bunk sharing, we called it hot bunking or hot racking. I'm going to explain how that works. We're going to pretend you're a nub right now and you're sleeping in this bunk right here. It's time for you to go on watch, so you jump down, you get dressed, head to your watch station. We're going to pretend you're a nub too, coming off a watch, looking for a place to sleep. Oh my, you find that bunk's available, so you get undressed, you crawl up in it. It is still warm from her body, hence we call it hot bunking or hot racking. Plenty of incentive right there to get qualified just as soon as you can. If that wasn't enough incentive, then all the personal space you were allowed on board this boat was limited to what fit under the bunk itself, which is around 2 foot by a little over 6 foot by 4 inches thick. So everything you needed for a 2+ month patrol, all your uniforms and personal effects, had to fit under that bunk, and you did not bring it on board. So if you're hot bunking like you two, guess what? Till you get qualified, you're only getting half that space. Enlisted men, they shared 2 showers, and they were authorized to take a 1 minute or less warm to cold shower per week. Okay, let that set in for a little bit. Because it is a lot worse than it sounds. And that is because most guys, when I say most guys, almost everyone, thought that was a lot of work, a lot of effort for very little benefit, and just ended up doing a little underarm deodorant once in a while, washing their hands and face from time to time, and calling it good for 2+ months. Because even if you did take a shower on board this boat, the chances were really good you'd be putting dirty clothes back on within about 2 to 3 weeks of the patrol beginning, because this boat is not equipped with a laundry. So now you got the diesel engines running on a regular basis. You've got all the equipment you've seen so far, and there's more to see, all those smells. And then you got 77 guys down here hardly bathing. Do you think it could get any worse? Yeah, it does. Of course it does. And that is because back when this boat was in operation, 75% of military personnel, including submariners, used tobacco. I mean, they smoke cigarettes, pipes, cigars, or all 3, and you could smoke on board a U.S. submarine as recently as 2011.
Because that's the batteries. You're better, buddy. Take the batteries.
下面有很多的电池。
But before we talk about this space, did anybody happen to recognize who was down that window down there?
Yes.
I'm listening.
The Energizer Bunny.
Absolutely correct. You think that, but you don't really think you're going to get off that easy, did you? It's a 2-part question. Why do you think he's down there? What does he sell?
Batteries.
Yes. And actually below your feet, going from about this hatch right here to just this side of that stairway we came down a few minutes ago, there's over 600,000 pounds of batteries on board this boat. Wow. And when it was totally submerged, that is the power that they used. So when I told you it could do 25 miles an hour, it could for about 45 minutes, and then they'd have to charge the batteries. In the meantime, this is where the 77 enlisted men took their meals. Saturday night was movie night. They'd make up a big batch of popcorn. They'd hang a spade from these 2 hooks right here, and they'd run this little green projector and watch movies because you know what? DVDs and Netflix weren't even thought of when these boats went out of commission. They were provided up to 4 meals a day. They get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and what we call mid-rats or midnight rations. Friday night on board this boat was steak night, every Friday night. Most of the time it was steak and lobster tail. And anybody who knows anything about sailors knows that the Navy runs on coffee. Soft serve ice cream on board this boat any time of the day or night, as much as you wanted, and any flavor you wanted, as long as it was vanilla. Take a look around, there's cupboards and cubby holes everywhere you look. They would pack food into it, even under the cushions that you're sitting on, those black cushions. It's hollow, and they pack food into those. They would bring them down fire brigade style, so then they would line the floor with these cans. B, keeping the batteries charged, and C, powering the 6,300 horsepower electric motor that's directly behind that bulkhead that pushes us through the water. They make their own air, they make their own water, of course. They make everything. And the only reason they even have to think about coming back into port is for food. You can't grow your own food on these things.
So your whole summer vacation would be spent here, 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, Dave. Girls say thank you.
Thank you.
刚刚很好玩，我们逛完 Blueback USS Blueback 潜水艇，现在要去一个特展。
Welcome to Jurassic World by Brickman。
我们现在要去侏罗纪公园的一个展览。
这阵子的特展都是用乐高做的，所以它好像有用 over 6 million pieces to make everything， 所以就很特别。
嗨，
看到什么？
看到乐高，很酷。用乐高做恐龙，那就会要做几个月，所以这个也是大概要盖几个礼拜。
是吗？
对啊。
你们在家里会玩吗？
有时候会。
这个是他们到那个岛的时候，大家会集合的地方。
那里也有 van 车子。什么？恐龙？
这个恐龙用了72667个块，对。
会飞的，好酷。
这个展示场可以用乐高做恐龙的脚印，然后做好的人就可以放上来。
Nice。妈妈、阿姨这样 ，Hello。
你刚说这是老人家坐一下，
对，我们在这里看小孩。
这是你做的吗？好厉害！那是什么呢？是恐龙的吗？
恐龙的。
好厉害！你自己做的吗？
对。
Good job！ 你很厉害 ，High five！ 香 ，Love you！Love
you！
我做完了恐龙的脚。
Nice。Sophia， Joanna， 这是谁呢 ？Sarah。嗨。
好，这是我做的手。
厉害 ，Bethany， 你做的是哪一个？Hey, nice. Good job. Alright.
啊，这个那个还不错。
你做完了吗？厉害。要不要放在墙壁上面？
做完了。
厉害。
来，我帮你看啊。
姐姐帮你弄。Love you。
这个是我做的快车脚印。
是吗？那这个是蚯蚓吗？蚯蚓的脚印吗 ？Sir 很厉害 ，Square。
我做的蚯蚓宝贝。
宝贝吗 ？Great。
这是我做的第二个恐龙的脚，我是在外面做，然后就是它脚的图案。
好像踩到那个泥巴里面，对不对？沉下去。 厉害，
谢谢。
Hi Elizabeth。
嗨，
哎，这是脚印吗？
我自己写出来的，就是对
怎么念呢
Elizabeth。
Elizabeth。哎，是你的名字 ，High five。Great job，High five。啊 ，Sarah， 你弄了另外一个，好厉害。Good job。你做了第二个，对不对？
第一个
哇，
一角，
好厉害！你自己想的吗？
不是在那里照
给我看是哪一个？你会不会觉得很难？
一点点。
然后是上面的哪一个？
这个。
哎。
那些是叫 raptors。
I think so。
哇，你绿色。
哇，绿色。如果那个是真的，你会觉得很可怕吗？
不会，在台湾好像有看过真的。
是吗？像在科学博物馆，对不对？
对，然后他们里面有东西可以让它动。
啊，台中科学博物馆，对不对？在动。
它会动，它会发出音。
看起来真的一样。Very cool。亲爱的台湾，想念。Joanna， 有没有看到你喜欢的？
有啊，很多很漂亮。
Olivia， 你喜欢哪一个？
我喜欢这里的。
为什么呢？
因为很像认识。对，上面的亮亮的。
亮亮的像 gold diamonds。
像是 jewelry 弄成的，是应该很贵。
Wow, that's so big.
This is the fake elephant.
Yeah, it's just showing you what it looks like.
This is a neck vertebra. You can tell because it's rather thin.
Okay, 是鲸鱼的
So this is one of
骨头。
the centrums, and so when I'm digging it out, you can see the brown here of the bone,
Yeah.
the gray of the rock. This white is actually shells embedded in the rock,
Wow.
so I know I can take them away as well.
Wow, fascinating. So how long will it take you maybe to do
Well,
this one here?
altogether, I expect to have about 400 hours in this specimen. This is just one of 5 blocks that make it up. The
Wow.
whole thing is going to be about this big.
Oh my goodness. Very cool. The stick bug?
These are the Australian stick bugs. They're also called the spiny chick insect. And this is our Vietnamese stick bug.
Very cool. Jenna, we had something similar in Taiwan.
Where'd you get it?
Great question. We've had stick bugs for a really long time, and I don't know where we got them from. But these ones we got because we raised them here at OMSI. So we raise new stick bugs. They live a little less than a year. We collect their eggs, and then we hatch new ones.
Wow, that's so cool.
这里有 crested gecko。
好，
这个是会有夜光的矿物，它有不同的 UV 会发光，这有一点绿，还有红，
这个对不对？
对。
那个是整个的。
然后这个都是金的，然后那个是紫的，这个是粉红色，那整个都是红的。
然后这个下面的也很特别 ，looks like paint splatter. It's hard to believe that.
Yeah.
看一下你的鞋子。好，我们今天在 Oregon 科学和工业博物馆逛，孩子都很开心，大家累了要回家。谢谢你们收看，我们下次再见，拜拜。